Welcome to the Polis. I am Matt, and I have McKay here joining me today. It has been a hot minute since we've come out with a video. Today we are going to do something a little bit different. We are doing draft picks, but it is doing Pokemon team. So we have 7 picks each, and we'll just hop right into it. So McKay, you can kick us off.
All right, so let me give a background on the scenario we're choosing. So it is generations 1 through 6 that we're choosing. Before you get all huffy and puffy, these are the generations that Matt and I both ended with. We only got up to Gen 6. We need to get into 7, 8, or 9. So the scenario is we have entered a world tournament with the generations 1 through 6 champions. And we have to come up with, you have to come up with a team that can become the champion. You have to have draft 7, one as an alternate in case you need to switch teams. We can discuss key after we do the picks. We'll break them down. We'll figure out which team is going to be the best. So without further ado, I want to be the very best like no one ever was. To catch them is my real test. To trade them is my cause. Pokemon. All right, so I'm going to kick things off my first draft pick. I'm a huge fan of the Johto region, so I'm going to start in the Johto region for my journey. And my first pick is my starter, and that is going to be Totodile. By this time in the championship tournament, my Totodile is now a Froligator.
Okay.
Beast of a defensive Pokemon right there that can take a beating and can dish out a beating at an excellent water type to boot. His move set would include Hydro Cannon. It would be Hydro Cannon. It would be Surf. It would be Crunch. And I would also have Ice Beam for his move set. Who is your first pick?
So every time I have to pick a starter, I always go with Squirtle. He's my boy. So my first pick, I'm going to go with Blastoise.
Respect.
He's definitely probably my second favorite.
My second pick is Alakazam. I need a strong psychic type on my team.
My second pick is my all-time favorite Pokemon. So I'm going to take Greninja,
Respect. 2 starters, 2 water starters.
right?
My third pick, I am choosing one of the legendary cats. We didn't say this at the start, but we cannot choose legendaries except the legendary birds, legendary cats, beasts, dogs, what do you want to call them? The 3 Regis from Hoenn. We could do the Lake Trio, we could do Latios, we could do Lucario, Heatron, Cresselia, Darkrai, any Pokemon like that. So I'm choosing one of the legendary cats for my team. And I'm going to go with an electric type. I think this would bring a nice punch to the team when I encounter any water Pokemon in this tournament, and I'm choosing Raikou.
Okay. My third pick is mixing it up just a little bit because you can also use Steel, and I'm pretty sure Grass. So my third pick, I'm going to take Abomasnow. That's a
Not to
must.
mention, not to mention, Obama can learn ice moves.
Yeah.
My fourth pick is a Kanto legend. I am choosing Charizard.
Nice.
And Charizard will be my Mega Evolution for this team. And it will be Mega Charizard X.
Uh, I obviously have to add a fire type to keep up. So my fourth pick, I'm gonna take Incineroar.
My next pick is going to be my Swiss Army knife on the team. I am going to choose Salamence. Salamence, I love Salamence as my Swiss Army knife. I can teach you a diverse move pool, keeping it, making sure it does have a dragon attack. And I feel Salamence fits that bill. Really good, strong Pokemon.
Nice. My next two picks are arguably one of the fastest ones. So my number five, I'm taking Zapdos. I think he is incredibly strong for a bird. Yeah, he's just really solid Pokemon all around.
Very nice. My sixth pick, and I was kind of torn on this. I'm taking Lucario. I feel Lucario brings a nice edge of fighting steel type. Kind of learn steel type moves. Um, I did say Mega Charizard X would be my Mega, but I might have an alternate Mega if I cannot get Charizard X to be in Charizard to do Mega Charizard X. I'm going with Lucario as Mega Lucario as well.
Mhm.
I think that would be perfect as a backup Mega Evolution.
That's solid. Uh, I thought about a fighting type, and the first fighting type that comes to my head, I had to choose him right away. So my sixth pick, I'm taking Machamp.
Solid. My seventh pick, I've decided to take a pseudo legendary with this one. This would also add a psychic dragon type to my team. And I think this would be a very solid pick. I'm going with Latias. I think she would be a great pick to have in situations where I might need another legendary Pokemon or pseudo legendary Pokemon on my team.
My seventh pick is so I chose Gyarados for my seventh round. And the reasoning is because not only is he water, but you can also double down as dark and dragon.
And also, you could learn fire type moves.
Yeah, I remember about that. So that's my seventh round.
Now we get into the nitty gritty. Let's get analytical. If you break this tournament down, it is you and I are going to be in the tournament champions. Who's your first opponent, you think?
I don't know.
We're going to have you go up against Gary.
All right.
I think you do really well against Gary. Gary's like the weakest champion out of the bunch. You have to have 7 in your party. Who's your party to take on Gary out of your 7? You have to have 6. Who
I'll
are
be
your
honest, I'm
6?
not super familiar with what the other champions teams use.
So Gary has Gyarados. He will have, if you're starting in Kanto, he's going to have Venusaur. So you'll have Gyarados, Venusaur, Pidgeot, Alakazam. He will have Jolteon, and I think he has Nidoqueen.
Okay. So I feel like I'd probably start with Incineroar if that was the case.
Okay. All right. Mine, I'm starting in Johto, so I'm going up against Lance. My team was going to include Feraligatr, I'm going to include Raikou. I will throw in Charizard. I am skipping Salamence. It is a dragon on dragon battle at that point, but I'm skipping Salamence in favor of Alakazam. I am going to throw in Latias and Lucario. My mega for this one will be Lucario. You win, Gary. You're going to move on to Steven Stone. He's a rock type champion. An ancient Pokemon. Rock and ground and steel are his specialties.
All right. Hold on, shut to look something up.
You're looking up who his party was?
Yeah. Let's see. What was the name again? Sorry.
Steven Stone.
Metagross, Aerodactyl, Aggron. He uses primarily Aerodactyl. All right. So I would use
His
kind of
ace in the hole.
probably Obama Snow because he's also grass type.
And then let me give you a hint on who Steve Stone's ace Pokemon is. It is Metagross.
I saw that, yeah.
So I think your Inferno Roar would be a very good pick to go up against Metagross.
Mm-hmm.
My next opponent will be Iris. For this, she is another dragon trainer. I know we have two champions that are dragon. This one, she's a little bit more challenging than Lance. She has Hydreigon, Archeops, Aggron, Lapras, Hexeros. For this, I have got to hit her hard with Relegator's Ice Beam. I am going to use Raikou against her Lapras. I will use Charizard as my mega for this to go up against her Haxorus. Her ace will face Charizard. I will use Salamence. I will use Latias, and I will use Lucario for that battle. Your next opponent will be Diancia. She is a Kalos champion from Gen 6. She has Mega Gardevoir as her ace.
All right.
That is a tough battle. Very psychic. Very psychic type. What do you do?
I don't know. I feel like I might actually lose that one.
All right. So my next opponent will be Cynthia. All right, let's pull up her team. Cynthia is another hard-hitting. I want to see per team. I'm kind of torn. Do I lose this battle against my Pokemon waifu? All right, Cynthia has Garchomp, Metagross, Tyranitar, Chandelure. Oh, that's not the one I wanted.
She uses Garchomp, Lucario, and Spirit Bomb with Mojkiss, Melodic, and Roserade.
This is a heavyweight fight.
Yeah.
I think it would be kind of fun to have a Lucario versus Lucario battle in this.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a draw.
Nah,
I'm,
no draw. You can't draw.
no, I can't. Oh, this is a tough one. I'm going to take it by one Pokemon. It's going to come down to one Pokemon on this.
Yeah. I think
What's
you
that?
with Lucario and Charizard. I think those would be your final two for that.
Mega Lucario versus Mega Lucario for the final battle. That would be a fight. I'll take it by one Pokemon on that one. How do I fare against Dianza? Or does she beat me on this? Because remember, I've got this party I'm going to use against Dianza. I'm going to use Feraligatr. I will use Alakazam. I'm going to use Charizard, Lucario, Salamence, and I'm going to use Raikou. My Mega will be Charizard for this one.
Mm-hmm. No, I feel like Diantha would actually probably take it. Her team's pretty evenly stacked.
That's another heavyweight fight.
Yeah.
I think the only way I take it is if I use Latias.
Maybe, yeah.
But Latias has the Dragon type going up against Fairy type.
Yeah.
Dragon's weak to Fairy.
Yeah.
Oh,
She's also strong against fighting.
there goes my Lucario.
Yep.
I don't know. When I played Pokemon X, I've used Lucario against her. And Lucario would hold his own with the Steel type.
Well, yeah, because Psychic's weak against Steel.
Fairy's weak against Steel. And Steel resists Fairy. But it's a fighting type that, oh. Yeah, it's another heavyweight fight.
Yeah.
I think she beats me by one Pokemon. And I think it comes down to my Feraligatr. Would you agree with that?
I think so. I mean, she also has a water type on hers too, so I think it would be close. I think she would take it, but very narrowly.
All right, I remember playing Pokemon X. It took me 5 tries before I beat her.
Yeah.
You know, and I guess our world champion in this case is Dianza. Now, would it be different if we added in? Let's add him in for fun. And that is the Gen 8 champion. I can't remember his name. Let me look it up. Leon is his. It's Leon. Let's see who out of us who beats Leon.
I'll have to look up his team.
This will be our final thing. Final kind of battle, I guess,
Oh.
for the night.
So he's gonna friggin' wipe me. 2 dragons, 2 fires, a steel, and a ghost. Or 2 ghosts, sorry, and a rock. So I'm fucked.
What about my team?
uh
He could do Gigantamax. I can't.
yeah.
It would be kind of. I know the anime Ash has got up against him.
Yeah, here's the thing, like he's also I don't think you have any normal or dark, do you?
I have
Good.
Pokemon. I do have Pokemon that will know Dark type moves, but I don't
Yeah,
have any Dark types.
because he's already taken out your Alakazam.
It's taken out by Alakazam.
What else is he gonna take out?
Well, all right. Let me give you the party I would choose out of the 7. Okay. Feraligatr,
Okay.
Charizard, Salamence, Latias, Lucario, Raikou.
Sure. Hold on. Charizard X is would he be dragon type?
Yeah, he's Dragon type.
Uh,
He's Dragon Fire. Charizard Y is Fire Flying. So it'd be Mega Charizard X.
he only have 1 dragon though. He has 2.
Salamence is Dragon.
Okay.
Plus Latias. I have 3 dragons in that mix. I have Latias, who's Dragon Psychic, Salamence, who's Dragon Flying.
He also has a steel type though. Dragon's weak against steel.
I do have Charizard.
That's what I said before. Charizard. You said
Yeah.
Charizard was dragon type.
Charizard, Mega Charizard is.
Yeah,
Normal
that's.
Charizard. Yeah,
Is that what you're
so
using though?
I probably would have Mega Lucario over Mega Charizard in this one.
What type is Mega Lucario?
Fighting Steel.
Steel. Let's see. He has a ghost type, so he could take on Lucario.
He could take on, yeah, he's going to be able to take on
He's
Lucario.
going to take on your whole team. I'm telling you.
The only Pokemon, which ghost type does he have?
I don't know. I can see.
The only saving grace I might have is Salamence, who's my Swift's Army Knife against that ghost type. Wait a minute, I have a Psychic type with Latias. Both Psychic and Ghost types are weak against each other. And Latias is a pseudo legendary. He still's gonna take me, but I want to see how much I take him down too.
Yeah. I'm trying to find what ghost he uses. Let's see. I don't know. It's going to take me too long to find. I only have 5 minutes left.
Okay, it's Agi Slash. It's his ghost type.
He has Hexeros, so he literally has 2 dragon types. So Hexeros, Dragapult. So he has a Ghost Dragon. Um, and I think out of the, I would probably choose.
Sobble, if I were to start in Galar as my starters, I'd have to go up against his Rillaboom and Rhyperior. But Rhyperior would be weak, really weak against water, so I take Rhyperior. I could take his Rillaboom with Charizard. Aegislash I could probably take with Latias. I could probably take his Dragapult with Latias. I could probably take Aegislash with Charizard since it has a Steel type. That means that Feraligatr is going up against Gigantamax Charizard. I'm fucked.
Yeah.
I'm screwed.
Yeah.
And on that bombshell,
Yeah. This concludes our Pokemon team draft pick. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and comment down below on what your team is and what your favorite Pokemon is.
maybe we should do a Pokemon game tier list.
Good, yeah. All right. Signing off from the Polis.